I'm LeGrand Elliott.
I'm Cindy Ayers Elliott.
And we have a brand new show called Ag and Culture. We'll be discussing all things agriculture.
But more specifically, how it affects farmers and ranchers of color with national and local guests.
And of course, we're talking culture, food, wine, health, politics, education, and so much more.
Join us for informative and fun conversation with guests from all over the country.
It's a fresh new show, Ag and Culture, every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. on the East, and 7 a.m. on the West.
Watch us on our YouTube channel, MS Footprint Farms.
And on WeBelieve.global. Good morning, and welcome. It's episode 11 of Ag and Culture. I'm your host, LeGrand Elliott. Dr. Ayers is on hiatus, so riding shotgun with me this morning is...
Kiersten Burk.
Miss Burk, welcome to the show.
Hi.
My new co-host. Thank you for being Ag and Culture. Hey, it's going to be a fun show today. We've got an exciting guest. We're going to just so happy about it's Tougaloo Day. I'm sporting my Ag and Culture swag today. We'll get all into that. But Ag and Culture is just a show about agriculture and how it affects communities of color. Our show is very interactive. I don't like hearing myself talk. Everybody knows that. So, give us a call, 800-492-5186. If you are on Facebook Live, what's up, everybody? Footprint Farms. On Instagram is Footprint Farms as well. You want to hit us up at the farm, 601-910-5584. Exciting show today, and I can't forget and be remiss if I did not shout out our sponsor title, Heifer International, our title sponsors. We're so happy to have Heifer International for over 75 years. Heifer International has been a proud sponsor of farms all over the country, helping people get a living wage by doing agriculture and farming. So we are so blessed to have them as part of our team. Hello, everybody in Little Rock this morning at Heifer International corporate headquarters. Now, with all that being said, again, it is Tougaloo Day, right? I'm a proud Tougaloo grad of 19-something, but that's okay. But this morning, in all seriousness, we have exciting guests. We have Dr. Chinelo Evans, founding principal of of Jackson Public Schools Tougaloo College High School program. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here and taking so much time out of your busy schedule. I know you're very busy, and we're just so pleased that not only did you agree to it, but you agreed to come in the studio. So we're just so happy to have you here. Just getting started, Dr. Evans, one of the things that you said was just so striking to me, and it's so profound, is that education is a priceless asset. Just talk about that a little bit, and just what made you feel that way and be so moved to actually, become the founder of what I think is an amazing program.
Absolutely. Well, I grew up in Little Rock, Arkansas, actually.
Okay, shouts out to Little Rock. Did not know that. Shouts out to the 501. I did not know that. That's right. Good stuff.
And in my community, we grew up with very meager beginnings, and I saw what was going on in the community around me. I'm the oldest of 4 siblings, and I saw education is my way out. Education Absolutely. Is a way to a better future. And if I could show my siblings that I could do it, then they could do it too.
Absolutely.
And so I wouldn't be sitting here without teachers or professors or people who poured into my life that showed me a different way, a way to be able to have access to the things that people want to have, that pursuit of happiness. So,
Absolutely.
Those are the kinds of ideas that we wanted to share with students. 4 years ago, when we sat around the table and envision what would the ideal school look like. Right. And so along with those teachers and my assistant superintendent and others, we really put great thought into how could school be different. Through the research curriculum unit at Mississippi State University, and in partnership with the Mississippi Department of Education, they have these innovative schools.
Sure.
And our school is one of 5 early college high school programs in the state of Mississippi.
Oh, wow. And that is so exciting. So in looking at it, it's obviously the acronym for this is JTech. So it seems like, with this program, obviously, you have about 117 scholars that are in this program from 9th grade to 12th grade. Just a little bit, just kind of expound on, maybe the basis of it, because the exciting thing to me is by the time the students are senior year, once they graduate, they are on their way or about to complete their associate's degree. That's phenomenal.
Yes, so the early college high school programs are aimed to recruit students who are typically underrepresented in college. That would be minority students, students with lower socioeconomic backgrounds, students who will be the first generation college graduate. And so we start those students in college coursework in the 9th grade. And the idea is that with support and with an innovative environment, that those students will not only be able to gain all these college credits, including up to an associate's degree before they graduate high school, but that those students would be able to go to college well prepared without the need for remediation and without debt. And that's impactful for generational wealth building.
Yes, absolutely. That was you took the words right out of my mouth, is that immediately when they finish high school and they finish this associate's degree, they're not having to go dive into college and they have to take core classes. They're ready to go right into the major.
Absolutely.
With no debt.
With no debt.
So, Dr. Evans, what are the qualifications of someone who, a student that may, or parents may have, be a subscriber to our show? What are the criteria to actually become a student, a part of this very special program?
Well, we do a unique, I say unique, but it is different than our IB or APAC options within our district.
Right.
But students have to not only apply, but it's not just demographic information. It's really open-ended questions that help us get to know the parents and the student before we select them for interview. And then the students interview, and then the parents interview separately as well. And we have a committee of people who hear that information, and we're looking for highly motivated, well-behaved students. Before the pandemic, we used to accept 50 students. Now we accept around 30 students each year, so that we can make sure that we social distance within the environment. But those are the kind of students that we look for, students from inside of the Jackson Public School District.
And I think that's exciting. And kids also get a knack for what college life is like, because they actually go to school at Tougaloo College, right? When they go to school, they're actually at the college on campus.
We are housed at Tougaloo College. Some of our students have never gone to their home school. We say their home school before. Right. All of their coursework is done right there at Tougaloo College.
So these kids they may have gone to one of the other JPS middle schools there, but now they've made the quantum leap to the program. Yes. So they've never really known the high school. They've really known college.
Right.
Wow. That's so exciting. So, and you mentioned something else. What is the difference between this program and APAC?
Well, I have had the privilege of working at an APAC site, an IB site, and this site, and then a school without a special program. And I tell parents all the time when they say, is this program, which one would be best for my child?
Sure.
And I think that different children need different environments. That's what I love about our district, that there are so many options.
Right.
In APAC, that's geared for students who are interested in the AP, that advanced curriculum, or the arts. And if I had a student that was really interested in the arts seriously, they wanted to make a career out of this, they wanted to have that specialized training, APAC would definitely be the best place to be. They have an amazing program over there. I'm in awe every time I go in school.
Wow.
And for the International Baccalaureate program, that's students who want a world view, who want to make sure that the languages are heavily a part of their curriculum, that they understand approaches to learning, how you approach learning various contexts and content subjects. And then for our student, the early college, it is really geared towards students who want a leg up on college. Who need help accessing college.
Right.
Maybe their parents have not gone to college and they don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
And so we are that support for them. Or students who want a smaller environment. We have class sizes about 10 students to one teacher.
So it's really one-on-one learning.
Customized educational pathways is what we say we specialize in.
So, and obviously we have a product right here in studio with us that is a student there. Ms. Burke, you are a 10th grader, correct? Tell us a little bit about what you're doing and what J-Tech means to you.
Okay, I am Kiersten Burke. I am a sophomore at the JPS Tougaloo Early College High School. J-Tech to me is really a program that I've excelled in. I have been able to be more myself, and it is giving me a leg up on college, for real. Yeah.
No, so Tougaloo still, you going to Tougaloo? I'm just kidding. But that's truly amazing. So you're a 10th grader.
Yes.
You are president of the sophomore class on the SGA cabinet, right? Congratulations about that. And you are just a super scholar. So, how's that feel? I mean, you're 15 years old, right? Yes, and by the time you complete college, you may be 19 or 20. When most people are just starting to get into that's just so amazing. So you mentioned the class size. Is that beneficial to you, that one-on-one, or just having those peers or on the same kind of pathway and goal that you have? Does it make it easier for school?
It really does. It truly does. I came from a school where we had a lot of kids in class, probably up to 30, which is how much we have in our grade. Wow. And so with only 10 kids in each class to one teacher, it really gives you a chance to have a focused view on your learning and stuff like that. So
we were talking earlier, so you're actually taking college courses like as we speak.
Yes, right now.
So you're 15, right? Yes. I just want to make sure, because I'm thinking like, I'm kind of feel bad over here, but you're 15 years old and you're already taking college courses at 15.
Yes, I am. I have 3 college courses right now, and one of those is trigonometry, and I take it in 10th grade. I did start taking college classes in 9th grade. I had about 2 college classes, 1 each semester, and now I have 3.
So it's like that part of your college classes, you're actually with students that may be in front of you or behind you that actually may be actually kids that are going to Tougaloo.
Yes, we have actual Tougaloo kids that are in our classrooms all the time. So yeah, we see them every day.
Wow, are you tutoring the college?
No.
But I mean, and Dr. Evans, that's just such, that's a lot, but it's a good lot. That here's someone who is this age and is already being prepared. So, I mean, that's just a testament to the idea that this was kind of founded on. And, I am just in awe, but because you have all these students and they're doing some phenomenal things and they're college ready, not only from a academia standpoint, but just how college life works, because you're actually somewhat interacting on a college campus. So now, if you do decide to go to Tougaloo, which I hope you go to, if you decide to do that, then you're already well versed in exactly what everything is, and that's good. That is really good. Dr. Evans, there again, your students, your faculty, are they JPS faculty, or is this hand selected, or how do they come up with that to brighten these amazing minds?
Our faculty on the high school side is JPS, and we hired everybody at the beginning. We wanted to make sure that we had the right people who understood the vision and could help build the vision to become a top-ranked model school of innovation. But their college courses are all taught by Tougaloo faculty. They don't water it down. If you're a Kinchlow kid in the biology department, you're a Kinchlow kid and you earn every grade that you get in there. And so we find that that's amazing. Kiersten will have 24 hours at the end of her sophomore year. That's your first year of college. Basically done.
That's already under the belt.
Absolutely.
You're a bad girl. You're a bad girl.
Thank you.
That is just an amazing feat, an amazing thing that, number one, is at, what I think one of the greatest schools on earth. But I think it fits the mold of what you're doing. You want smaller class sizes, then Tougaloo is that campus. It's not too big, it's not too small, and I'm just really thankful that JPS and Tougaloo have partnered with this program. So this is year 4, am I correct, of the program? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Right. This is year 4. We were founded in 2018, and we have 22 seniors, so we're looking forward to 22 of our students graduating in May. And they will actually graduate from Tougaloo May 1st. Before they graduate from JPS, May 31st or June 1st.
Whoa. Rewind the tape. Go back. So you're saying that your seniors are going to graduate college May 1st.
Right.
And then later on in that month, they'll get their high school diploma.
Absolutely. If they meet all the requirements, they graduate. They will be college graduates before their high school graduates.
And that's why I want to wait a minute, say that again. I was like, well, maybe she said that.
No.
But no, that's correct.
Yes.
Wow. May 1st, your seniors are graduating. That is phenomenal. Wow. JTech program, Jackson Public Schools, Tougaloo College High School program. Very interesting stuff, and even about you, and we'll get into that in the next segment. You mentioned that you were raised in Little Rock, Arkansas, so we'll kind of get into that because this show is ag and culture, and I think you've got a couple of agriculture stories that you want to share with us, and I'm so excited that you are because this show is about ag and culture, and obviously it's Women's History Month, and we want to be very cognizant of that and celebrate our future leaders and our leaders of today. You're watching Ag and Culture. We'll be back after this quick break.
Heifer USA is a nonprofit that supports small-scale, sustainable livestock businesses, and we are currently seeking individuals interested in pastured pork production in the state of Mississippi. Applicants should have access to at least 35 acres of land and be willing to participate in in-depth training, both online and in person at Heifer Ranch in Perryville, Arkansas. To learn about our operation, check out the Pastured Pigs playlist on the Heifer USA YouTube channel, or contact Farmer Engagement Specialist Ruth Canada at 501-391-5511.
Footprint Farms is a beautiful 68-acre vegetable and cattle farm located in Jackson, Mississippi, and is Mississippi's largest urban farm. The mission of Footprint Farms is to provide the community access to healthy food choices, introduce our youth to agriculture, and provide training and technical assistance to small farmers and ranchers. The farm is open to the public every Friday from 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. to purchase fresh produce or visit us at the Mississippi Farmers Market located near the fairgrounds in February. We accept all forms of payment, including EBT and SNAP benefits. Looking for a beautiful venue for your next wedding, family reunion, or dinner? Footprint Farms offers a 3,000 square foot facility on 5 beautiful acres, perfect for your next event. For more information, visit our website at footprintfarms.com, Facebook and Instagram at Footprint Farms, or call us at 601-910-5534. Footprint Farms, farm fresh, city sweet. Back to Ag and Culture, episode number 11. Great guest. It's an all Tougaloo thing today. I told my mom, I'm sorry, I love JSU and all that, but it's a Tougaloo thing today. Two amazing guests, Kiersten Burk, who is a sophomore at the JTech program housed at Tougaloo College, and we have the founding principal, Dr. Chinelo Evans, in studio with us today. And we've just been really talking about this amazing program, amazing students that you have. But also, and I was going back just looking at your bio, prior to the JTech, you were head learner and principal at Northwest Jackson International Baccalaureate World Middle School. And 2013, 2014, it was rated one of the number one, if not the number one, middle school in Mississippi. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Right. For 2 years, we were number one. My last 2 years as principal, we were number one ranked in the state of Mississippi. That means our students perform well on the state assessments. Mm-hmm. They outperformed every other school in Mississippi. We were also a NAEP school, so we got a national rank. And
I'm sorry, NAEP means?
It's another assessment where, like in Mississippi, has their own assessments, but this one, the same test is given to students all over the nation. Right.
Gotcha.
And we were ranked number 48 out of 98, that number 45 out of 98,000 middle schools in the nation.
So you're top 50 in Mississippi. And you know, we hear that so much of not having those good numbers. Usually it's on the other side of it. So in your opinion, and seeing that in real time, if you could just speak to any school system that's out there, I know there's no silver bullet, but what are some of the basics that you started with to start getting those stepping stones in place to really have those students eager and ready to go?
I think it's about a team. It's not just me. I'm just one person. I call myself the guardian of the vision.
Okay.
And so once we cast our vision, it's my job to protect that and to hold us all accountable for achieving it and be held accountable for achieving it.
Yes.
But I believe it's experiences like this where you get students outside of the classroom. We believe students should see, experience, and do what is learned.
Absolutely.
That education is a part of the community's responsibility. They should come in and help educate us. We should go out and help serve them. And it's that that dance, if you will, that back and forth, where students can see how you can use trigonometry in the real world, or the thinking behind trigonometry in your real life that helps them to excel when school becomes relevant, when they have personal connections, where their voice is heard, and students are trained to be leaders and producers and not just consumers.
And that's important. That makes them more eager. That makes them look forward to going to school. Absolutely. And that's a lot, because I know I was one of them. I will say in high school, it's like, okay, I'm in algebra 2, whatever it was, and I'm like, when am I ever going to use this? But no one was really there. I mean, I obviously had to take it and pass it, thank God, but no one was really there to say, well, you look at it this way, you'll be able to do this, or you might have to use this, that. And no one really broke it down to me that way. And if you really engage students that way, a couple of things. The discipline part comes in, because they're going to be like, okay, I can use this, and I can use this to go wherever it is I want to go and be who I want to be, regardless if it's algebra or history or whatever that is. But it's the student engagement. And how did you also get the parents to buy into that?
I think that every parent wants the best for their child, and I think they're going to buy into their child. And so what I really love about my job is when I have parents like Kiersten's mom who say, things like, I know that my child is in good hands when they're with you all. And I've heard that no matter what school, I have been employed at, that makes me feel wonderful. And I take that really seriously. And so the parents buy in because we have the same outcome. We're hoping for the same end goal, that each student will be able to arrive at the destination that they set forth. If Kiersten wants to be in the medical field, then it's my job to be her agent, to be out there making sure she has those experiences, the internships, the networking that she needs to be able to do that, and then be prepared and know how to communicate effectively. The soft skills matter as well.
The soft skills are very important, and I know the soft skills definitely help me to be able to be in any situation and be able to perform and be a part of that conversation. Speaking of internships, I was also, you were talking earlier that you told me that, just like Dr. Evans alluded to, you have already started one of those programs. Tell me about the internship program.
Okay, so I have done a job shadowing with a nurse practitioner recently. All of us actually had to do job shadowing, and it was a great experience. I really got to learn about the field, and I actually changed my field to be a nurse practitioner instead of a doctor.
So it was that profound and inspiring to you that you're like, okay, this is kind of the pathway that I'm looking towards.
Yes.
That's amazing. And again, that's a testament to the soft skills and the whole rounding of the student, not just the academia part of it, which we know that's going to be there, but also just like you mentioned, the soft skills, being able to do that. You should be heard and not seen, in an internship, because you get more out of it when you really engage. And I think as a college student and even as an adult in your profession, being able to engage with those soft skills, I agree, is just so important. And I'm just elated that, you actually were inspired that, hey, I want to be an NP or PA, depending on where you are. That's amazing. So is this school considered like a STEM school, or is it just all things rounded for a scholar, no matter if it's math or science? It's not just a math or science thing.
Well, we have a focus on innovation, and innovation does lend itself to technology. We have AR, VR, augmented reality, virtual reality equipment, 3D printers. We use technology really to engage students deeply in the educational arena, and then that's their niche. They like technology if it's used in a way. That's right. That they deem appropriate, and so we try to. Education seems to be a business, if you will, where we tell the consumer this is what you should want, unlike other businesses where the business listens to the consumer's desire. So we try to reverse that. We want to listen to the students and get their input about how we can refine what we do.
Good. Hey, this portion of the show is being brought to you by Heifer International. For over 75 years, Heifer International has been key and instrumental to helping farmers all over the world, including the United States, for farmers to have a sustainable living. Just wanted to get that in there because we love Heifer so much. We appreciate them, and that's the thing about it. The technology part, and obviously, kids are really tech savvy now, but when you really put that savviness to the right uses and you're getting the experience of 3D printers and all those things that, some people may go into the computer science part of it because they're intrigued by robotics. So that's the stuff that ag and culture, we want to definitely provide that pathway to allow those foundations to be built, and anything we can do to encourage that, we definitely want to do that always. So just kudos to the program. It's just still a phenomenal thing that you have going. So let's talk about the pandemic, and obviously that paradigm shifted everything that we know. Even now, I don't think things will ever go back to the way it was. I was just the other day like, I just run by the store at 8:30 and the store was closed. And the store was closed because there was nobody there to work. So that has changed. So how do you guys overcome those barriers? And I know that the distant learning became a thing, and I'm glad it did. And it's now part of just everyday curriculum. It's like, okay, we're not going to school today? Okay, get your laptop out, let's go. So how did you guys tackle that, but not only tackle it, keep the same pace and motivation to keep those kids going in just unprecedented times?
It goes back to the team. We're in the people business,
sure.
and having the right people around the table, the right parent support, district support, student support. I have found that even a pandemic can't stop you. Our test scores actually increased over the pandemic. We right now have the highest U.S. history scores in the state of Mississippi, with 93% of the students scoring proficient or advanced. Wow. And I'm sorry, that's in biology, and we're number 2 in U.S. history with 91%. And so even during the pandemic, we scored high because our teachers, we met actually over spring break to say, okay, what shifts do we need to make?
Right.
What new learning do we need?
Right.
Who can go out there and get that learning and come back to teach us?
Right.
And then we continue to evolve.
Right.
And so we wanted that same interactive spirit, that same community coming in. We didn't want to lose who we were because we were virtual. We had to find a way to do it and do it even better in a virtual arena. And that's something I'm proud of the team for being able to do.
And that's one of the things on our show we've been really pushing, is that we saw the good in it. As far as kids still being able to perform at a high level. So for you as a student, being at home every day, having to have that discipline that you are at home and you do kind of have that freedom, but as a student, how did you have to reorganize your life and your time management?
It was very challenging for me last year when we were virtual. I really have to learn time management and, like you said, discipline. I really have to discipline myself to be like, okay, I have to get up, I have to go to my virtual class, and I have to do my work outside, like at my house.
Sure. So
it was challenging, but I actually learned better, more like I learned more. Yeah. When it came to virtual learning. And I know that as a student, sometimes you feed off of other students. The synergy feeds off of other students. So, not being able to have that synergy, you can see people virtually, and I'm sure, with, FaceTime and all this stuff, you still had interaction with your peers, but it seems like it took away some of the synergy, but it seems like you guys had to, grow up really quick and really understand what time management and discipline really means. It's kind of easy when you go to class and you're actually physically there. Well, I kind of know the task at hand, but when it's on you, you got this syllabus. Now what do I do? So, and it's interesting from a student perspective, and also how the mental part of it. Not being able to socialize, or missing out on some of the things that we've always enjoyed in school, whether that's homecoming or whether that's the prom or whatever that was. Just being able to overcome that and see the bigger picture. So, hopefully we're getting this pandemic away. Well, we're hopeful that it's slowly going away. But the other thing was the connectivity. Yes. And it really showed that, we're in the Jackson area, we kind of had privy to, whatever T-Mobile, your mobile, AT&T, we had that. And I started thinking about students that maybe in the Mississippi Delta that
are in a rural area and did not have connectivity, because obviously this is really homeschooling now, and that technology piece is that real bridge to keep this going. Did you have any of those challenges? Even though most of the kids are obviously here in the city, did you have any challenges when it came to the connectivity, and you guys maybe had to do a reapproach, or how did you guys kind of tackle that?
Well, the pandemic helped me to see that you didn't have to travel to the Delta to see those disparities. Mm-hmm. There were lots of families right here in Jackson that didn't have internet at home, mm-hmm. or they didn't have high-speed internet to be able to handle everybody in their neighborhood on the Wi-Fi at the same time.
That's right.
We were fortunate at our school to have been one-to-one. That means all of our students had laptops before the pandemic. The rest of the world didn't necessarily look like that. The rest of our district didn't look like that at that time. Right. So we were able to shift nimbly where mm-hmm. others had to struggle or had to find paper versions. We could more easily transition to an online platform. Right. But making sure that students had connectivity at home for our district was essential. Mm-hmm. Our Partners in Education department found sponsors who got hotspots for students who needed those, and we could deliver them. Right. Making sure that our broadband was such that students could, if they could go to the school, even just drive up there. And to be able to log in to be able to connect if their Wi-Fi was down at home. But just finding some partnering with churches to open up their doors so that students, when we were virtual and parents had to work, daycares were closed, that they could help to make sure that students were cared for, provided for, but were still able to learn. Right. Those kinds of connections really spoke to the culture that we have in Jackson and in Mississippi, and that I truly love.
And that's that's kind of what I was getting to, is that we saw that obviously there was a food disparity, but we also saw that there was a true digital divide. And you're right, you didn't have to look at the Mississippi Delta. You could look right here in the city and in the surrounding areas around the city where connectivity was an issue. And you kind of factor in parents couldn't work. That means that parents weren't making a wage, and you had all these different things going on. So there was pressure from all different angles that we really never seen all at one time. Collectively, we've never seen all that at one time. So it's amazing. Hopefully that's a blueprint going forward that our public school systems will take note of and be ready to prepare for whatever may come next when it comes to a pandemic or anything that forces kids to be out of school for a long period of time. We're here with Dr. Chinelo Evans, founder principal of Jackson Public Schools Tougaloo College High School program. You are watching Ag and Culture with my co-host riding shotgun,
Kiersten Burke.
We'll be back after this.
Heifer USA is a leader in regenerative agricultural practices, like our pastured pork production operation. Raising pigs on pasture allows the animals to flourish in their natural habitat while building organic soil matter and restoring soil biodiversity. And we're sharing our knowledge with viewers like you with in-depth training videos on raising pastured pork, poultry, cattle, and sheep. Find us on YouTube at Heifer USA and join our online community of regenerative ranchers today.
Footprint Farms is a beautiful 68-acre vegetable and cattle farm located in Jackson, Mississippi, and is Mississippi's largest urban farm. The mission of Footprint Farms is to provide the community access to healthy food choices, introduce our youth to agriculture, and provide training and technical assistance to small farmers and ranchers. The farm is open to the public every Friday from 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. to purchase fresh produce or visit us at the Mississippi Farmers Market located near the fairgrounds in February. We accept all forms of payment, including EBT and SNAP benefits. Looking for a beautiful venue for your next wedding, family reunion, or dinner? Footprint Farms offers a 3,000 square foot facility on 5 beautiful acres, perfect for your next event. For more information, visit our website at footprintfarms.com, Facebook and Instagram at Footprint Farms, or call us at 601-910-5534. Footprint Farms, farm fresh, city sweet. Hey, welcome back. It's the C Block Ag and Culture episode number 11. It's been 11 episodes already, and I'm still blown away by that. Dr. Chinelo Evans is here with us, founding principal of Jackson Public Schools Tougaloo College High School program, also known as JTech. So, and I'm also my co-host here, Ms. Kiersten Burke, future nurse practitioner / right?
Yes.
All good stuff. So, on the agriculture front, Dr. Evans, we were talking during the break. You grew up in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yes.
That you mentioned, obviously, the humble beginnings. And I think about Little Rock is so much similar to Mississippi. We have our very rural areas, just like Little Rock does. Tell us about your family, and as I understand it, your family did have a small farm in Little Rock.
Well, I grew up in Little Rock, Arkansas, which is very urban, but I was raised by my grandmother, and so I spent a lot of time with my great-grandparents who, I don't know if it's a really kind of large garden or a little bitty baby farm, but I know that, the process of growing your own produce or fruits and vegetables and seeing it start from a seed and then, checking on it and being able to eat without having to go to the grocery store was really impactful. He also had a flower garden, and so I was saying earlier that this year in particular, I've really been thinking a lot about how I want to get back into that just the energy of being able to be a part of helping something to grow and then to be able to watch that over time and enjoy it yourself. Especially during a pandemic where everything seems scarce. Or now as prices are rising, or all these pesticides or whatever, it would be good to know what I'm eating.
Exactly.
And I value the work that people like you do.
Oh, we appreciate it. Like I said, it's I'm just one cog in the wheel. It takes the entire team from Dr. Ayers to Danny Murray, who's our master grower, to Mr. Will, who is an exceptional assistant grow master. Miss Wendy Murray, who handles our logistics because we pack so many boxes and we do so many different things, and that's kind of what we wanted to do. And during the pandemic, it showed us that we had to step up because you would go to Kroger, you go to Walmart, or you just pick something and there's nothing there. And you had people who it didn't matter how much money you had in your pocket, that we had to come up with a way to figure out how can we get this out, that we're still growing. We were blessed that all of our people, we got our COVID test, we social distance because we knew this was the lifeline and we all had to stay healthy. But to be able to, we came up with, I call it the Chick-fil-A phenomenon, is the drive up and how that we patterned what we did after that, because obviously we wanted to distance. So we had our web designer to put all of our stuff online. You could go check off, you want this, that, and that. You could pay for it, and you would come up, somebody would meet you, we get on the walkie-talkie and say, we got 2 boxes for Dr. Evans. You would come up, turn around, pop your trunk, we put it in there because you've already paid for it, and we let you go. And we saw like, wow, and we started putting it out there, and the response was just overwhelming. And to us, it was like, oh my, but it was a good oh my to say that, wow, this is really real, and people really appreciated that and so much needed. And being that we're on the west side of Jackson, we were already in a food swamp where we had no access to fresh fruits and vegetables in the area without having to go 5+ miles somewhere else. And to be able to be in that community and us being able to accept SNAP and EBT and all those things, it really brought the community in to be like, wow, we're actually, something like this exists in our community, and it actually helped us change palates, because this is kind of what all you had to eat. You had to kind of try it, and what we try to do is not just sell it to you or give it to you, but we try to bring in chefs, and we're going to do more of the YouTubes to where it shows you how to prepare this stuff, that you can eat it, and it's actually obviously the nutritional value for you, but also the fact of you're eating healthier and you're preparing the food and not overcooking the food. So, I'm a Southern boy and I love greens like everybody else, but I learned and evolved that, kale tastes just like regular collard greens. If you like collard greens and you don't like kale, most people are like, I don't like it. And they start eating like, oh, these greens are good. Like, that's not greens, that's kale. So it really helped to change a lot of people's palates where they may not even like kale or even vegetables for that matter. But when it came down and everything hit the wall, this is what you had to eat. So it really helped us develop our passion and to even pursue that passion even more, because we know that there's a need. And we want to get more kids into agriculture. It's not the cows and that part of it. There's so many more things. I mean, agriculture, it has scientists. Yes. It has CPAs. It has lawyers. It has people who are agriculture certified drone pilots. It has all these unique things, and it's not just about the farming operation itself. So we want to also be our mission to let young folks know that agriculture is alive and well. Agriculture is a multi-billion-dollar a year industry, and that it's one of those untapped lanes that people of color, we were in. And like I was sharing with you earlier, as African Americans around the country, we had over 1 million to 2 million acres of land in the United States, and we have lost over 90% of that. Which says a lot that we need more young people in agriculture. The average age of the average farmer in America, black farmer, is about 70 years old. So it's behooves me. I was a corporate America guy, and I saw my mom, and we share this story all the time. And, when she said what she was going to do back in 2010 when we started Footprint Farms, I honestly thought, like, Mom, are you okay? To go from being, a corporate person to saying, we had all this property, but we never farmed it. And she just had this epiphany that, this is what we're going to do. And we look at, 10, 11 years later, here we are. And we're doing some amazing things. And we're able to have platforms such as this to bring on incredible guests like yourself. So no, if your great grandmother, it was a field. It wasn't no garden. You was in the field. Because I too, while my mom was in school doing her thing, I was reared by my great grandparents. Okay. So it wasn't a thing where I could sit in the house and play video games all day. I was up when they were up, and they got up at the crack of dawn, and it was like, spring break time, right? I wasn't able to go to, wherever, people go for spring break. I was out there this time of the year. We were setting out tomato plants and getting ready to plant squash and cucumbers and all that stuff. But those were lessons that I learned that I was able to take with me and understand and respect, like you said, being able to have vegetables, because we went to the grocery store for necessities. That's it wasn't for vegetables, because they had me out there during the summer picking them off. So,
and then the conversations you have, sitting on the porch, snapping beans, or picking greens,
shelling peas.
That's priceless.
It really was, and it's a lost art that we don't have anymore. But there again, I'm glad to see the nostalgia for agriculture is really kind of hitting an all-time high, where you've got people into urban agriculture, which is what we do. We're the largest urban farm in the state of Mississippi for now, and I'm hoping there'll be another larger one that we set that trend. But just seeing more people get interested in where their food comes from, which is so important, and getting our young people to definitely put vegetables on their radar again, because you guys have all these choices. I mean, you've got a drive-through for everything. You've got Uber Eats. You've got everything that you want to do. So so definitely we want to get you involved in that. So Kiersten, I would be remiss, because everybody's looking at this and they're like, that's nice. So just want to talk to you and bring you back into the conversation. That's a very nice mug. This one as well. I don't know if they can see that one. You see it? See that? It's real TV. It's real water in here, right? So just to talk about your company. You're a young entrepreneur as well. Not only are you a JTech student, you are a entrepreneur, and your company is called Reborn. You want to talk about that?
Yes. So I created Reborn after my late grandmother, who passed away. Her maiden name is Born, and it's spelled differently. So that's why I created Reborn, and I used the butterfly as like my symbol, because it's symbolic for change and growth. So my grandmother, she did have family who owned, I guess, a little land. So we have some land out in Prentice, Mississippi. Straight country.
Hey, of course. I love it.
And she did grow up with like the chickens and all the crops and stuff. She really hated chickens. It was bad.
I do too.
She doesn't like animals now. I mean, she didn't like animals. So that's who I created my company after. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. thankfully and fortunately for my parents, I've never had to like want for anything.
Sure.
But I always wanted to like have my own money.
Yeah.
So
hey, you know what? I hope my son's listening. You heard that? Her own money. But no, continue.
Yeah, so I always wanted to have like my own money and make my own company, and I like that people get to express themselves, and I like to design stuff, and so that's why you see the mugs and the shirts.
Yes, so this is all reborn, and we're just so proud of it. Our sweatshirts, shirts, Heifer sent us the information to be able to put on these mugs, and she completely did all this herself. We even have one we wear on the farm called a Cow Whisperer. It's just so fascinating that here you are at 15. You're doing all these amazing adult things that is just so great, so mind-boggling, but just so great. And just talk about, as I understand it, you were talking, you actually did all the steps of actually going to the Secretary of State's office, incorporating your business. I mean, as a 15-year-old. So what was that process like?
So I incorporated my own business on the Secretary of State website without my mom, without like any help.
That's right.
And it wasn't hard, but you really had to know what you were doing.
That's right.
And so you have to use those skills that you learn, and you have to be able to be like, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to incorporate my business. And I wanted to have something like real and legit that I could use.
Right. And it's, I mean, it don't get no, it don't get no realer than this. I got, the folks in Little Rock and Heifer. It's like, hey, where's our swag? We want some ag and culture swag. So, and we're just so impressed with that, and we want to always, give young folks and give, young students the opportunities, young entrepreneurs, that it doesn't matter what age you are, if you have an idea and a passion, that you should always follow that passion and push forward. There's going to be a lot of people going to tell you reasons why you can do it. I always listen to people who tell me that I can do it. So we're just so happy that you're doing this with us. Who knows where, ag and culture, we're already in copyright talks now. So it's a very phenomenal thing that you're doing as a young person. And we always want you to always put your best foot forward. Continue to do what you're doing, because the sky's the limit for you and your cohorts in your class.
Yes.
So tell me about that. Are you like, with the classes being smaller, are you guys really close? You have really close friends, and obviously like that, just like Tougaloo for me, you have friends for life. So how's that? Does it kind of work the same way?
Yes, it does work the same way. I love my classmates. A lot of them are entrepreneurs, and they've done stuff that I've like. Some of them play piano. I never do that.
Right,
they can play piano.
Right.
But they do a lot of sports. They swim. They play basketball and football. So our school is not just academics. We do have kids that do play sports or are interested in arts and play piano and the saxophone and stuff like that. They also have their own businesses. Like one of our friends has a web design business. And some of them make bracelets. They make T-shirts like this.
Sure.
And they also make cookies and treats and stuff like that. So we have a lot of entrepreneurs at our school.
So it is inspiring. So is there, like, do you have curriculums or part of it where you guys foster that entrepreneurial spirit?
That was one of the things in 2018, when we thought about what's the ideal student you want to create. And entrepreneurship, we believe, is essential. We want that handing down family businesses aspect of our school culture. And so Flight Talk Fridays, every other Friday we have people. We're the Eagles, so we have to learn how to fly.
So
we have our
Eagle
Flight
Queen.
Talk. That's right. So we bring the community in and we show students untraditional career pathways, and we push them to go ahead and start these businesses now, monetize it, make it, like she said, a real entity.
Yes.
And we believe that's important, and we think that when they do it, then even their friends who are not at our school, they will be inspired to do those things.
Absolutely.
And then we can support each other's businesses.
Phenomenal. It seems like, you guys got it all worked out. It's like, I'm sure you got the planners that do everything. The students are really part. And it kind of goes back to you talk about at the middle school, is that once you have that engagement and you have that buy-in, and you have students who don't wear this ego tripping on their shoulders, but they're willing to share and to have those synergies to help others and inspire others to be entrepreneurs as well. I love it. I love it. Ag and Culture, episode 11, having a great time. It's a Tougaloo thing today. Dr. Chinelo Evans, founding principal of Jackson Public Schools, Tougaloo College High School program, J-Tech. We'll be back after this.
At Heifer USA, we believe the backyard gardener can have a huge impact. on their land, in their community, and on our climate. That's why we provide free virtual workshops for beginning, intermediate, and professional gardeners, teaching regenerative methods for growing healthy food while improving soil quality. Find us on YouTube at Heifer USA and join our online community of regenerative growers today.
Footprint Farms is a beautiful 68-acre vegetable and cattle farm located in Jackson, Mississippi, and is Mississippi's largest urban farm. The mission of Footprint Farms is to provide the community access to healthy food choices, introduce our youth to agriculture, and provide training and technical assistance to small farmers and ranchers. The farm is open to the public every Friday from 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. to purchase fresh produce or visit us at the Mississippi Farmers Market located near the fairgrounds in February. We accept all forms of payment, including EBT and SNAP benefits. Looking for a beautiful venue for your next wedding, family reunion, or dinner? Footprint Farms offers a 3,000 square foot facility on 5 beautiful acres, perfect for your next event. For more information, visit our website at footprintfarms.com, Facebook and Instagram at Footprint Farms, or call us at 601-910-5534. Footprint Farms, farm fresh, city sweet. Hey, welcome back. Episode 11. And we're in the D block. It's almost, an hour goes fast talking to you guys. Been having a whole lot of fun here on set. Like I said, it's the Eagle Queen thing today. Dr. Chinelo Evans, who is the principal founder of JTech, the Jackson Public Schools Tougaloo College High School program. Phenomenal program. And one of her pupil students, doctor.
That's
almost,
right.
and I said, you know what? I'm gonna speak it up. Dr. Kiersten burk, that's with us. Just having such an amazing time, talking to two phenomenal women who are future and present as we celebrate, celebrate women in Women's Month in March. So I am just super excited to have these two on the show, and we're just, like I said, just talking, having really good frank conversation. Dr. Evans, I'll just go back. If you have parents who may be watching this and they are very interested in we have middle schoolers who are getting ready to, what do the students need or prepare for, or how can they get more information on the program?
Well, how to apply is on our school website. We actually just finished our round of interviews, and we have sent out our admissions letters for our 8th graders who will be rising 9th graders next year. So in January of next year, for 7th graders who will be 8th graders at that time, that's the time to start looking at the Jackson Public Schools website, Tougaloo's website, or our website, which is housed on both of those entities' web page.
The web pages. So the JPS one, the main one, I'm sure there's a link somewhere, and obviously you can go to Tougaloo College.
Yes.
So with the college, obviously you guys are housed there. How is the synergy between the leadership at Tougaloo and you and your team?
Well, we appreciate Dr. Walters and her whole team for really believing in this program. I think that kind of collaboration between colleges and K-12 really produces a different type of student. And I think that when Kiersten steps out into the world of work, or to complete her bachelor's degree, whether it's at Tougaloo College, which we hope will be her home, or somewhere else, we know that she will be well prepared because of what's been invested in her and her cohorts within Jackson Public Schools and Tougaloo College.
That's phenomenal, and I think that you couldn't have a better match made with partnering with Tougaloo College. They truly are very serious, as most colleges should be, but they're very serious about not only the education, but making sure that each student receives that attention. And I can speak for that, is that when I went to Tougaloo, I felt like I had a one-on-one connection with the professor. I wasn't just another ID number or social security number to them. I was a real human being that they wanted nothing but the best for me. So with that, I am just so grateful to have professors and faculty and staff who really, really pushed us. When we thought that I'm done, I'll never get the senior paper done. You know what? One more semester ain't that bad. It'll be okay. My mama won't like it, but nonetheless, they would push, and you really don't know what you're capable of until you sometime need that push. And it seems like this JTech program definitely gives you that push. Just when you think you can't overcome it somewhere, some way, with all the motivation and people want to see you win, it just kind of pushes you and propels you into doing some things, phenomenal things that you may not think that you can do. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, as a 15-year-old, I could only imagine, you know, I would be so intimidated that I am on a college campus and I am taking college courses and I'm looking to my left and I'm looking to my right, and here are kids who are already in college, and here I am at 15 and I'm in the mix. And not only in the mix, I'm mixing it up, and it's a beautiful thing. So Kiersten, you know, as a young entrepreneur and somebody, you know, your peers obviously on spring break and people are watching, what words of wisdom or advice would you give a young entrepreneur, whether they're 15, whether they're 7, or whether they're 18 or 20? What advice would you give when somebody says, you know what, this year I'm putting on my bucket list of my things to do, I want to start my business as an entrepreneur? What could you maybe tell them to inspire?
So a lot of people in my generation are starting businesses. We are transitioning from the traditional 9 to 5 to everybody having their own business. And so I would say is be acceptable, be open to change, because you're going to change a lot. I rebranded my business probably 3 times over the past year from going to like different things.
Sure.
And so I think that you should be open to change, and also don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it.
That's right.
Because a lot of people will tell you that you can, especially how young you are, or, you know, stuff like that. So I think don't let anybody stop you from creating your own business.
Wow. So, I mean, you guys are everywhere. I mean, this is phenomenal. Miss Kendra Brown says she loves it. Hey, Kendra, we're glad you're loving the show. You know, even Dr. Ayers is chiming in, understand the need for our future. Hello, Miss Burke. Hey. Hey. You know, phenomenal. The Garden Club Project, Love for Entrepreneur Spirit. This is, you know, has been a great show, and it shows that, you know, people are really taking heed to what we're trying to do. We're trying to promote, you know, young entrepreneurs and celebrating our students. So many times we celebrate athletics so much, but we want to make it a thing where we're actually celebrating academia. And it's just so refreshing to see someone your age having so many, you know, marvelous ideas. So the sky is truly the limit for you. We're so proud of you. Just keep it up. Dr. Evans, I just want to give the floor to you. I mean, whatever you want to look into that camera, you want to talk to us, you know, just in the importance to you of this program.
Well, I want to start by thanking you all for allowing us to be on the show and talk about JTEX. I think it's a phenomenal opportunity. I also want to commend Kiersten because she's owning businesses. She's the SGA president for her class. She also has above a 4.0 GPA, so that's something to celebrate right there.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And I just want to, you know, speak to all students everywhere. What I have found is that there are great, creative, amazing students at all schools, you know, and all over Jackson. And I hope that today, seeing you live your dream inspires them to live theirs.
Absolutely.
Seeing Kiersten live her dream, I hope that inspires them to live theirs. And then even hearing my story, you know, I would not be here without educators believing in me and the community wrapping their arms around me to tell me that I can, even when I thought I couldn't. And so I hope the community is also challenged to find a school near them and get involved. Share your passion, whether it's gardening or knitting, or even if you feel like students won't be interested, there is a group that will be. So I hope to see more of the community coming into the schools and letting us know if we have a way to be able to serve the businesses and the organizations within the Metro Jackson area. I think together we have the success story in the making.
Absolutely. Hey, so, and I will ask this. You're not going to like this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Oh, okay.
So, spring break is you guys are spring break officially started yesterday or this week, right?
Yes. This week.
So, as a principal, what would be some of the things, other than having some enjoyment, what would you like to see your JTEX students doing?
Well, they really work so hard. Like, Kiersten's in 9 hours of college courses as well as all of her high school courses. I do want them to engage. I think that during the pandemic, students lost some comfortability with social interactions, getting out, connecting. I hope that they will do it. This is also a time to think about a business that you might want to start. I hope that they will think about that and partner with some friends, saying, hey, you know, we're interested in this. How can we monetize it? I think that that's a good thing to do. And I also hope to see them at the farmers market, where I'll be on Saturday morning. I want to go get me some Swiss yards. So I want to get some curly kale. I want to get some onions. I want to get the best produce, because they will help. If you like this, they'll recommend some other things for you to try your kids will love at home too. So I want us to get back to eating, from where we know where it's coming from.
Absolutely.
And so I hope that I see them on Saturday morning, but also that I hear the ideas that they have generated over the spring break.
See that? I mean, you know what? That was not rehearsed, and that was a paid, unsolicited. Hey, we got some more stuff up here. I'm blind in some places, but I can read this. Great advice, insight, Kiersten. Our son started his mushroom farm at 7.
Wow.
No limits. You can. Footprint Farms is saying you can go to Ag and Culture on YouTube and watch all the shows. So yeah, we're episode 11 now. So if you missed this one, you definitely want to play this one back, because I can't wait to go home and watch this one, right? You can go back. You can go to, you just type in YouTube. Just go to the search bar, put in AG plus Culture, and you'll get episodes 1 through 11 here today. You'll be able to see it in real time. Footprint Farms is everybody shouting you out. GPA is 4.0. Keep it up. Magnolia, the Magnolia Sunset Market is returning to Footprint Farms. It's a market that we hold once a month through the spring, summer. We did it, our first inaugural year was last year. We averaged probably about 100 to 175 people. We have community entrepreneurs that come in, and they're able to have their wares there, whether it's custom jewelry, whether it's T-shirts, whether it's other fashions, or even food. That we have that there. It's going to be this Saturday. We have it once every third Saturday, but this Saturday will be our first one for 2022. It's from 4 to 7 at Footprint Farms. We're at 4945 South Drive on the west side.
The best side.
The best side, right? But if you've heard about it, you didn't get a chance to come out last year. It was very just a phenomenal time. Sometimes you start stuff, you really don't know which way it's going to go, but it was full throttle from March on in. So if you missed Magnolia Sunset Market last year, Saturday from 4 to 7, we'll be back in the house with all the great vendors. We have some amazing people that come with some really amazing food. Some of the food trucks are there. It's very, very, very kid-friendly. We've got a 5-acre lawn that the kids can really run and get some energy, because so many times kids are cooped up in the house these days from the phone to PlayStation 8 or whatever they're playing. But it gives everybody a family event. It gives everybody a chance to get out and they come see the cows and just look around and just realize that there's something like this existed right in the middle of the city. So Magnolia Sunset Markets is this Saturday. So a little bit of time left here. Kiersten, do you have any last words for us, the subscribers? Because obviously you guys are blowing up and trending now. So anything you want to share, you want to add before we get out of here?
Start your business. Start anything that you want to. Dip in all fields, because you never know what might actually take off.
That's right. Dr. Evans, same thing to you.
I agree with Kiersten. Don't be afraid to start. Don't let failure make you shy away from trying something new. I have found that failure is a key component to success.
Yes.
And the road to success is not a straight one. It's back, forward, ups and downs.
That's right.
But it's that resilience and that perseverance that no matter how many times I get knocked down, I'm going to get up. And if you keep getting up, you're going to win. So surround yourself by positive people. Yes. I like what you said. There are a lot of people who tell you what you can't do.
That's right.
But just listen to those who say that you can.
That's
because
right.
You really can.
I could have said any better. I just said that. I mean, I might as well just drop the mic, Doc. Just drop the mic on that.
That's right.
But we're just so happy to have you guys here. It's been an amazing show. I've enjoyed it. It seems like we just got started. An hour has already gone so fast. You guys are welcome back anytime. We hope to get your classes out to the farm and before you guys get out of school again. So mi casa is su casa. So we definitely want to you guys to come out and see what we have to offer. So with that, we're going to raise our mugs. Everybody, We're going to raise our mugs. Thank y'all so much for watching Ag and Culture today. We had such a phenomenal time. Stay tuned. Episode 12. We'll see you. I'm LeGrand Elliott.
I'm Cindy Ayers Elliott.
And we have a brand new show called Ag and Culture. We'll be discussing all things agriculture.
But more specifically, how it affects farmers and ranchers of color with national and local guests.
And of course, we're talking culture, food, wine, health, politics, education, and so much more.
Join us for informative and fun conversation with guests from all over the country.
It's a fresh new show, Ag and Culture, every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. on the East, and 7 a.m. on the West.
Watch us on our YouTube channel, MS Footprint Farms.
And on WeBelieve.global. Footprint Farms is a beautiful 68-acre vegetable and cattle farm located in Jackson, Mississippi, and is Mississippi's largest urban farm. The mission of Footprint Farms is to provide the community access to healthy food choices, introduce our youth to agriculture, and provide training and technical assistance to small farmers and ranchers. The farm is open to the public every Friday from 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. to purchase fresh produce or visit us at the Mississippi Farmers Market located near the fairgrounds in February. We accept all forms of payment, including EBT and SNAP benefits. Looking for a beautiful venue for your next wedding, family reunion, or dinner? Footprint Farms offers a 3,000 square foot facility on 5 beautiful acres, perfect for your next event. For more information, visit our website at footprintfarms.com, Facebook and Instagram at Footprint Farms, or call us at 601-910-5534. Footprint Farms, farm fresh, city sweet.
Heifer USA is a nonprofit that supports small-scale, sustainable livestock businesses, and we are currently seeking individuals interested in pastured pork production in the state of Mississippi. Applicants should have access to at least 35 acres of land and be willing to participate in in-depth training, both online and in person at Heifer Ranch in Perryville, Arkansas. To learn about our operation, check out the Pastured Pigs playlist on the Heifer USA YouTube channel, or contact Farmer Engagement Specialist Ruth Canada at 501-391-5511.